She stood by the mirror, staring at her reflection. This was it. Her wedding night. No matter how many times her mother had reminded her it was expected, that it was normal between a husband and wife, or in this case, a wife and wife, it didn't make her feel any less exposed. She wasn't scared of sex, she was scared of Ling. Not because she thought Ling would hurt her, but because Ling didn't seem to feel anything at all. That unreadable gaze, that flawless face, that cold detachment. What kind of woman took a virgin to bed like it was business? Orm exhaled shakily and reached for the nightgown. She changed slowly, carefully, tucking her hair behind her ears and smoothing the fabric down her sides. She left the light on. Then she climbed into bed and waited. The silence stretched. Then the door opened, and Ling stepped in. Ling stood in the doorway. Her dark eyes swept over Orm, curled on one side of the bed in her satin nightgown. The silence pressed in between them like a wall, but Ling didn't flinch. She stepped inside, closed the door behind her, and began to undo the buttons of her dress straps. Orm sat up slightly, heartbeat thudding in her throat. Ling didn't speak. She removed her outer layer of her gown, folded it neatly, and placed it over the back of a chair. She undid the first few buttons of her bodice, revealing the faint swell of her chest, feminine but strong. Orm couldn't look away. This was real. Ling crossed the room, each step slow, controlled. She didn't ask permission. She pulled back the covers and climbed into bed beside Orm, who tensed instinctively. "I'm not going to hurt you," Ling said quietly, her voice low and even. Orm's throat tightened. "I know." Ling reached out, brushing a strand of blonde hair away from her face. "Have you done this before?" Ling asked. Orm shook her head. Ling exhaled through her nose. "Okay." There was no ceremony to what came next, no sweet words, no hesitation. Ling pushed Orm gently onto her back and slipped her hand beneath the hem of her nightgown. Orm gasped as fingers found her, delicate at first, exploring, coaxing.
Not just convenience anymore. You hold me like that behind closed doors. You take what you want, I give in once more. I swore I'd never love you, but now I'm not so sure. You act so cold, so hard to read, but I see right through what you need. Every moan says what you won't say. You're mine every night and every day. I tried to play the perfect wife, but you pulled the truth out with every night. Now I'm on my knees, not out of shame, but begging you to whisper my name. It's not just convenience anymore. When you hands make me ache for more. What started as duty has turned into war. Between love and lust, but I'm keeping score. I never wanted to fall, but here I am. Yours to take, to ruin, to understand in this marriage of convenience. You made me want it all. You knock so cold, so hard to read, but I see right through what you need. Every moan says what